It's all about situational awareness.
Oh yeah, we've won races because of it, and we've lost races because of it. It's not like we have a radio and can really, just talk to them. We kind of just do what we can with what we got.
The tires are grooved, the shocks are balanced, engines fired, and track prepped. For the world of Outlaws case construction late models, it's go time. In an instant, a symphony of firing pistons rumble throughout the quiet river valley of western Wisconsin. The eyes of the spectators focus forward as the drivers take to the 3/8 mile dirt oval, ready to echo the roar of their engines across the Mississippi. But while the action on the track draws the attention of the fans, a second spectacle, just as unique and mystifying, unfolds in the fringes. An army of greens, yellows, pinks, and oranges, ready to do battle, take to their posts in the infield. Their job is simple: relay information to the drivers as the race progresses.
Seems like we don't have mirrors and we don't have things like that. It's trying to give him a little bit of extra information to make decisions while he's driving. My name is Heather Lyon. I'm with the 28 Dennis Erb Racing.
Extra point Dennis Erb with a big one, and he takes the lead. And it's the reigning outlaw champion, Dennis Erb.
What I'm doing is I'm watching where the drivers are running behind them to try to give him some situational awareness as to if the line is shifting, how much distance he has to other cars, on getting him an understanding and a feel for what's going on around that racetrack, because he can only see what's in front of him.
Without radios or any other direct two-way communication, race teams must resort to hand signals to communicate.
If he's going to get closed in on and the traffic's got him slowed down, then I give him a signal to speed him up. You're going to have to make a move somehow. You got to get by these guys. All right, yes, I'm Bob Pierce. I'm Bobby Pierce's dad, which is Bobby Pierce Racing from Oakwood, Illinois. But being an ex-driver for 30-some years back in my day, I kind of watch the racetrack and see what the racetrack's doing, more so than I'm watching him, but I'm watching other cars, seeing where they're running. If, say if we're leading a race and we're on top, and the bottom starts coming in, naturally I just see if I can move him down. If that's a good spot, so we take a chance of changing our lane.
Bobby enters low in turn number 1, will exit high off of corner number 2 to get around the 77 of Jordan Yagi.
Whether it started back in crate late models to now, he's always signaled me and, kind of shows you top, bottom, middle, wherever the racing line might be, and it shows you distance. So it can be pretty helpful, but some tracks, it's hard to see them, we've lost races because I haven't been able to see him, whether it's too dark or he's just too far away.
Standing out in a crowd is vital for the signalers. They dress in bright fluorescent colors, wear silly hats, and wave props in the air. Anything they can do to catch the driver's attention amidst a sea of chaos.
Well, I have a combination of yellow and pink, and I wear a bright pink hat. I try to give myself distance so I'm not seen in that swarm of a crowd, or I try to be the first person in that line.
Everybody was wearing orange for the longest time. Orange and yellow, yellow and orange, and finally I was just blending in. He said, "Dad, we got to do something different." And I knew Heather with Dennis Erb, she was in pink. And he said something about it. I said, "Sure, I don't care. As long as it ain't green." I said, "I'm not a big green guy." I said, "But I'll do the pink thing so we can kind of, so you can see me, because there's so much going on out there. In some places you're out, so many people around you, it's hard to spot you." So that just worked out for the best.
As silly as their role may seem to outsiders, in contrast, their duties could not be any more serious.
Obviously, when you're out front, it's huge because you know how hard you need to run it or where you need to move around on the track, because a lot of times you're a sitting duck out there. You don't know what's going on behind you. If he opens his hands up, you'll know that was good, and if he closes them up, you know not to do that again the next lap.
If you're hitting your marks good and you're pulling away from the field, you can kind of see that, so you don't have to push too hard and make a mistake and end up wrecking yourself.
But don't let the bright clothes and bizarre props fool you. Signalers can be extremely protective of their unique language.
I can't tell you that. No, it's secret sauce. Every driver has different signals for different things, and it's it's what we come up with as a team.
Oftentimes, the bond between a driver and their signaler can be the margin between a triumphant victory or bitter defeat. In a sport where fractions of a second can mean thousands of dollars, the role of the signaler is as important as ever. And as the drivers put on a show on the track, it's the army of neon warriors in the infield and along the fences that call the shots.